Hey y'all, so it's Sunday, September 9th, and a few days ago I uploaded this video, and in a very Freudian way, I dated it September 9th, although it was September 7th. My sister pointed out to me that September 9th is our mother's birthday, so that's what I was thinking about. Today is the 9th, and today is my mother's birthday. I don't know how old she would be if she were on this planet. I'm pretty sure she'd be in her 80s. I want to salute my mom and my dad. I want to thank them. I just want to thank them. I mean, it's like both of my parents have a lot to do with my expansive interest in music. I do credit my family, number one. Both of my parents, they were both musicians, although my mom was very ill and deaf by the time I could really remember much about her. She lost her hearing in 1958. A lot of controversy about that, long story. But I want to just say that, I want to honor the memory of my mom first, I always loved my mom. I did not always appreciate her. I also want to say very frankly that my relationship with my mom has a lot to do with why I'm single. Because, and I'll say it real quickly, my mom, because of her, she was a spiritual woman, and had a real deep well of spirituality that was amazing that I learned from. But as a human, she was very needy, and partially out of necessity because she had a lot of physical ailments. But as a result, she always needed something and needed someone. And Stephanie, this is true. I mean, myself and you were the primary responders. And unless I'm crazy, I believe that I was the main one, and it drove me crazy. It just, people say that there's something romantic about being needed. That horrifies me. I know that I'm needed. Ain't nothing special about that. So that's partially why I'm single. This idea, the thing that I see with relationships between men and women, and most relationships in general, is this constant need for reassurance. I just want to be left alone, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I live alone. I don't want to be bothered with having to make sure the other person knows I love them. I love you. Go away. So I thank my mom for all of that. Actually, I thank her because I think if I had gotten married, I'd made somebody really miserable. Seriously. And the two kids that I tried to help raise, I still have contact with them. But, they were more like pets. I mean, really. I mean, So thanks, Mom. Several things on my mind. God, I hope I don't make another half-hour video. I've already told you what I don't like about those is having to wait to use my computer afterwards. If I were a little more well off and had two computers, where I could stay online and use it while it's uploading, that would take away some of my anxiety. But the more I talk, the longer I have to wait to get back on here. And I do like to sit on the computer like most of the world now that is computerized. Yesterday I went to Panera Bread to get a lunch, and I noticed practically every table was people sitting at laptops together, but they're all looking at their screens, okay? I ain't missing nothing in this world, as far as not being with someone, One more thing on that, because I did catch some of you people with my Out of the Closet title, and some of you other people who are on my wavelength, or on the same wavelength that I'm talking from, knew that I was setting you up, because I'm not talking about sex. But when it comes to sex, it's not that I don't like women. It's the exact opposite. Every time I walk out the house, I fall in love. I fall in love easily every day with some. It's not even necessarily a beautiful woman, but a beautiful soul. Now, that's not quite the same with guys, you know what I'm saying? Because, I am a man. Some males are attractive to me, but mostly my experience with the gay community was absolutely insane. And this idea that just because a dick comes swinging that you have to suck it, I don't understand that at all, people. No. So, okay. Moving on. I got a lot of positive feedback from sharing some some from this book, The Four Agreements. Several people said they were going to go look for the book. Cool, guys. The main thing to remember is that it's not the book, it's the information. It's not the messenger, it's the message, okay? So, and this is the other thing I want to say, to also get into the face of leaders who try to take advantage of people because of their charisma or their power. I just want to share stuff that I know that's helpful to me. I don't want people to revere me. I like being liked. I like being respected. But I do not want to fool you people. I am not some kind of divine light guide. I'm just a human being, okay? Share this because it helps me. And I want to share something of value. You know, I don't want you to follow me and revere me. Like my music and like me as a person, but don't come up here kissing my ass. That's the problem. We have too many people wanting to follow. Oh, I'm lost, you know. Well, you follow that idiot, you're going to stay lost. You know what I'm saying? Decide for yourself, folks. Someone contacted me and mentioned the Deepak Chopra book, 7 Laws of Spiritual. I have that book, and I've read it. And again, what I want to say is, don't get caught up in spiritual materialism, like being bothered to follow a charismatic leader. People contact me all the time about, you should see Bill Hicks, you should hear what he said. That's fine. I like what he said, but I'm as tough as Bill Hicks. I'm saying it. You know what I'm saying? I'm as tough as Deepak Chopra. You know what I'm saying? I'm as tough as Hilton Ruiz. You're as tough as these guys. You know what I'm saying? You get your own manifesto together. That's what I'm saying, you know. Empower yourself. Don't give your power away. Take it back, okay? Which has a lot to do with why I scream bloody murder at these fucking politicians. And what I said about the politicians yesterday was said with love. And I'll say it again. You politicians can suck my ass. You know, you can come here and clean my toilet, okay? Do something constructive, fuckers. That's some set out of love. You know what I'm saying? Politics is all about fooling you folks and keeping the game running. You know, I know there's a lot I don't know about power and money, but I know that it's fucked. And I know that when I say it in love. You know, I'm going to say it one more time. I was never fooled by this whole Obama hope campaign. Never fooled. He's a politician. And as a black man, you better believe we're going to let him forget that. Okay. Something on music? Maybe. I wanted to clear up that I thought that Daniel Barrett, another VC member, had sent me this an hour away from Eden to watch. But it turns out I didn't look at the postcard close enough. It's another one from Warren Ev down in Australia, who just made his first video, and I encourage you to watch it. Warren, you have a very nice presence on camera. Great first video. Rob Nally also made his first video. Make your videos, folks. I'll watch them when I feel like it. Okay, that's not I'm not obligated. Okay, but I noticed that Warren did write his name on the back. Thank you, Warren. I haven't played it yet. He also gave me this. I understand these are this music is important to you, so I will give it time. On that note, Daniel, your Crash Mats CD package came to me, finally arrived yesterday. Thank you so much. Now I have to tell you, I popped it on and popped it right back off, and the reason is because I bought this, and I'm in this now, catatonia. I'll talk about it in a second. So this is not the time to try to digest this because catatonia's got my number right now. It's fantastic for my taste. But what I can tell right away is that this band, Crash Mats, meant a lot to you guys. Thanks for the button. Got me a Crash Mats button. I can just really see that, you know, with the ephemera that you sent along with it, that this really, this was important to you guys, to be this band, the Crash Mats. So I look forward to really taking some time and listening to it and give it some love. Along those lines, yesterday, so much to talk about, but I'll just get to the music. Yesterday, I went ahead and bought another record. You know, I spotted it in the store a few days ago, and the price was like $29.95. But then, for some reason, going to see Strap on Halo Friday night, it just came to me. It says, I really want to hear this new Catatonia. Glad I bought it. I love this. Love this. Was talking to Cool Ranch Dressing about it on Facebook, and he likes the old stuff better. I think I understand why. Maybe I don't, but this is what I'll say to you folks why I like this kind of melodic metal. And I'll speak also as an artist. You know, it really is a shame, not a shame. Let me try to make it more positive. I would hate that my audience would chain me to my past. Now, that may not be what, River, you're saying about they lost you after a certain record, but that's how I interpret it, which is the band has moved on. You know, some bands move on and they lose it. I have an older Catatonia, the one with Michael Ackerfeld on vocals. This is an active... These guys are growing, and what they're doing is they're making music that they can grow old making. They're not held to the original impetus to make the music. They're older. This band, been around 20 years or something? You know, they started out as boys, and now they're men, and that's what this sounds like. I love this album. This is killer. Are you kidding me? I'd play some of it. It's going on in the background, but I'd love to thrash out on camera, but copyright fuckers, fuck you, okay? Convention. Money is evil, okay? Or what we do with it is evil. That's Satan. Man's lust for power and money is Satan. If there is such a thing, that's it. Because I've sensed that this is music that these guys... This reflects the reality of their lives now. They're not who they were when they thrashed out or whatever it was that made the first album seemingly so great. I think this is fan-fucking-tastic, actually. I've played this all the way through now. I don't know. It's on repeat. I'm playing it again now. Just like I was sharing that this week. Actually, Sunny Day Real Estate has been on repeat. I love this album. And so, already I can tell you, this is one of my favorite releases this year, Catatonia. The other one I was online talking about last night to someone is the Bombay Bicycle Club. And I haven't been able to find the vinyl cheap. That is another record I play to death over here. Every song on that album I love. Bombay Bicycle Club. The latest one, I forget the name of the album. Those are probably my favorite new releases this year. Bombay Bicycle Club, Catatonia. You can ask me what about. I'm telling you, for me, what I actually find myself on repeat. Bombay Bicycle Club has been a big repeater this year. Big repeat. Oh, I'll say one more thing. This is way better than the new Opeth. Because I played the Opeth and it's already dead. This is going to get played. This is going to get played, okay? Michael Ackerfeld, if you happen to see this video, I'm not telling you what to do, but I think these guys got something on you. You know what I'm saying? I do. I do. When I went down yesterday to buy this, I stopped into a couple of stores, and Drastic Plastic is another store that I like, and the owner is, you know, a distant friend. And he invited me to their 30th anniversary celebration. He told me they got off. They got off for it, so I'll get to meet Keith Morris finally. You know, I am going to this as a guest. Yes, isn't that cool? I love it. I love it. That's a perk. That's part of the thing about being a musician and in the music world that I like. That's romantic. I was on Facebook for a second and I saw where Daniel Salos-Rigsby posted that Robert Fripp has quit the music business. Good for you, Robert. Okay, that's not bad news. It's bad news for if you don't understand. I understand, and I read the full interview, and Robert is right. The music business is just a floating turd. It sucks. I hate business. I love art, and business and art are enemies. And Universal, through whatever little shit they have in his contract, have fucked him repeatedly. You know, they just, because of the contract, they do what the hell they want with his music. No regard for the artist. You know, all they want to do is generate income. Nothing about the artistic integrity of the person that created the art. I fully side with Robert Fripp and understand where he's at. Why would he want to make music? You know, you know, he's made one of the greatest records of all time, and yet the only thing that seems to be of any importance to the people that release it is to just make more money off of his butt, rather than to do something that would make life better for everyone, which is to exalt the art itself. That's what I'm always saying. That's why I'm not fooled by the rich man or by conventional wisdom. I'm saying these things out of love. The average person that buys into the worldwide system of making money and capitalism, I think you're just fools, okay? You know, we have the capacity to do so much better. We're not going to do much better. But to try to tell us, to try to keep fooling us and saying that, you know, you're doing things for our benefit and that these are um, acts of whatever, something decent, fuck you people. Wish I could get to some politicians to talk to them. They insulate themselves. That's why I break like this. You know, when I worked for Community Alliance, I did a little bit of lobby work. We got a bill changed in Nebraska to try to level the playing field for insurance parity for folks that have mental illness. We got the bill passed, but I told them beforehand, this is one of those deals where I said, I told you so. I said, I'll help you fight, but it's no good, guys. We're going to get, even if we get the bill passed, nothing's going to happen. Everything is headed into the shitter. And that's exactly what's happening. We got the bill passed. We had the moment on camera. We had the folks that are receiving services have their day on camera with the politicians, and everything just continued to go to shit. Because I knew it was going to. It's all a show. The only thing that is moving is money. I'll say it again. You phony fuckers, world leaders, politicians, one percenters, you suck. You fucking suck. And I'm saying that with love, okay? I'm speaking for a lot of people. I don't want to be a one percenter. I want to keep making these records, and that's what I want to do. That's what I'm doing. Someone gave me money yesterday. I won't say their name, and he said it was because of my video yesterday, and basically that is the culmination of how you help. He says, you've helped me in so many ways, and so he gave me some money. Thank you. you know it's not my focus. I need it so I can buy groceries and toilet paper, and you know keep this house in order. So what's going on with Dereck today? Well, it's my mom's birthday, so that'll be on my mind. It's a beautiful day, so I'm going to get out for a while. But I want to try to make another mixtape today. Now, I had made a third mixtape and uploaded, and then it got yanked, because of copyright. So I have to stay really obscure here, but that was really discouraging. You know what I'm saying? I thought I had gone obscure. I thought I had stayed obscure, but it turns out that one of the Italian bands I put on there, Nova, the album was put out by Arista, and that's probably who caught it with their automated computerized fuck shit, It's like, isn't that a shame that it's more important that someone gets paid first than someone that can actually hear the music and enjoy it? Can you hear me, people? What I'm raging about constantly, the madness of capitalism, the madness. Ultimately, am I happy or am I at ease? Well, yeah. I gotta say these things. That's what's in me, okay? I stopped in on a friend yesterday who saw my videos. Hey, Greg. And Greg was concerned a little bit about my mood, and yeah, Greg, yeah, I think you misinterpreted what we talked about it. I'm not in a bad mood that things are bad. I'm telling it. I'm just saying what I see. Ultimately, I'm really happy. I mean, that's the word, content, happy, at ease. Yeah, yeah, all that fits. One last thing I wanted to say to you record collectors. Oh yeah, let me get this out. Okay, so it's a long one. Okay, see, I got a lot of thoughts. Yesterday, another thing I did was I have a lot of media that I don't watch. I'll get in moods and then I'll watch. Yesterday, I just randomly pulled a video and put it in without looking at what it was, and it ended up being that vinyl documentary that this guy made in 2000, which I find mostly insulting because of his pathology, he focused on all the sick people that are collectors. Thanks for nothing, jackass. And I'm saying that with love if you happen to see this. I watched that film and he spoke to a range of people, a lot of cool people who are collecting, and it's not a sign of their sickness. See, that pissed me off because you could do that with absolutely every endeavor in life. You can go and look at everything like car racing, sports collecting, people who make clothes, and you can shine the light on the sick part, and you can stack an agenda based on that. And it's fucked because record collectors are not part and parcel sick and lonely people just because they're collectors. There are collectors that are that. That video pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? I am not here sublimating, wishing for the dream girl with these records. I can have a dream girl. I don't want a dream girl. I just explained it, okay? So what I wanted to say to if there's any of you guys and girls that are collecting, sublimating when the real deal is you really wish for somebody, fucking stop and go get somebody. This book talks about it. We live in our minds. We all are living out these mind plays that are mostly just completely untrue. If you have this idea that you are not lovable or that someone wouldn't find you attractive, you're saying that based on something that happened to you or something. Just like my sister keeps telling me to let it go, give it up, move on from the blues thing. I am doing that, And whenever I bring it up here, it's just because I want to, okay? But I am not miserable, okay? And so if you guys are collecting, trying to cover misery, stop! Someone asked me about Jeff. I haven't talked to Jeff, but before I reconnected with Jeff recently through records, I wasn't in touch with Jeff. Okay, I wasn't. We weren't buddies hanging out. Okay, so him quitting records means nothing to me. To me, and I'll say it, Jeff. And if you see this and I'm wrong, correct me. But I think that's what's going on with you, Jeff. Is that the records were a sublimation? What you really want is a woman. I think you got it now. Are you happy? I'm doing exactly what I want. I am not looking for some girl to make me happy. I'm not. The main thing that I know about having sex is that sex comes with a price. And since I don't want to be in a relationship, I just do without. Okay? And I also know from experience that you don't just fucking walk away. You come together, create some of the highest energy that can be conceived on this planet, and that dissipates over time. Even if you didn't know the person, even if you don't like them, you did something cosmic, and it takes time for that energy to dissipate. And so whether you know it or acknowledge it or not, the person you just had, especially, orgasm, you have orgasm with, you've done something cosmic together, and you're connected for a time being, whether you like it or not. That's my experience. And that's why I just don't have random sex. And that's why I say what I say about it. People just fucking in orgasm and poof, and all this energy. And it's like, it's directionless because these people had no idea what they were doing in the first place, don't care about what they've created together. And so it just blows out in the ether and just infects the rest of us. That's my experience. Okay, I keep looking at the time because, god damn it, it's 10 o'clock. I won't be able to get back on until after 11. Peace out, people.